What up, gamers? It's your boy Will777JP back at it again with another one. And you guys are probably wondering, why the hell does this dude have a mess of video games on this little couchy thingy here? And that is a great question. I haven't decided what the title's gonna be, so I am talking to you guys like I don't know what the title's gonna be. But I will have a title, so by then you will probably have an idea of the video. But basically, today I went on a little manhunt for this little bad boy right here. Funko Fusion. Game released today. Today is available for PS5, Series X, I believe, and Series S. PS4, Xbox One are not available yet. They will become available, I think it's October, like October something. But anyways, I went a little manhunt for this game because this game I did not pre-order. And I know a lot of people like to joke and call me a whale and like, oh, you got everything, right? But I have receipts. So here is my GameStop receipt from today. So right at the very top says join our team, careers.gamestop.com. The name of the guy who attended me, Alan, and also the date, September 13th, 2024. And then right there, as you can tell, Funko Fusion, 913. Original price is $60, but I had a $5 coupon. And then sales tax. But, I'll explain a little manhunt for this game in a second, but while I was looking for this game, I thought about a video idea about when and where to buy games. And I got some example here to show you. I got all 19 or 18 inches of Venom here. That one is just because it's the first thing I grabbed and I didn't want to search through Spider-Man through my collection. But so Funko Fusion, when I saw this game, it got announced. I forgot how long ago. I was interested in it. It looked pretty cool. It's made by the same people that made a lot of Lego games. So I'm like, oh, Lego games are fun. Not my style, but they're cool little like platformer adventure games. So I was like, this is interesting. So I wanted to check it out, but I did not want to pre-order it because, of course, have I mentioned before that with PlayStation, not PlayStation, but with games in general, they come out buggy, broken, etc., etc. So I waited, and the game came out today, and everything so far looked good or enough to where I wanted it to buy it. I might go live with this game today. If I don't go live with it today, I'll definitely go live with it tomorrow. But so I woke up, or yesterday I started checking availability. Now, GameStop didn't show availability. They definitely will ship it to you, but I wanted to pick it up, and they didn't show anything. All day today, they didn't show availability either. So I called a few different GameStops in the area, and none of them had the game in stock except for one GameStop, which happens to be a few minutes away from my house. But on my lunch break from work, I came home, and I hung out with my kid, and I didn't have time to run to GameStop. So my plan was, if GameStop doesn't have it, I'll run to Best Buy because that's another one that did have it. Well, guess what? Best Buy sold out in the 4 hours from when I went back to work to lunch to when I got out. So I for sure thought that this game wasn't going to be available at GameStop at all. I was like, man, 4 hours passed. Best Buy sold out. Sheesh. Best Buy or GameStop is going to have it. Well, behold, here's the game. They had it. So I went with my son. We got the game. We went and got some burgers. We came home, ate. I'm doing a little bit of laundry, took a shower. Now I'm ready to game. Don't know if I'll pop this in yet because I'm kind of hooked with Astrobot, but that's besides the point. And while I went to go pick this game up, I wanted to make a game or a video of the games that I buy, where I buy them, and what to expect as far as pre-ordering, picking up day one, and I got some examples from each retailer here. Now here is my GameStop pile, and these 3 games I picked out because of the 3 different situations that came across with them. These games are from Best Buy. These games are Amazon. This game is Target, and this game is Walmart. And then 19 inches of Venom from PlayStation Direct. So I will start with PlayStation Direct. Now, 19 inches, I think it's 19 inches, but 19 inches of Venom I got with the Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. And anything and everything that I have bought from PlayStation Direct, excuse me, I got the hiccups, I have gotten day one. Fridays, when they release, is here. The only problem that I have with PlayStation Direct, and it's not even PlayStation Direct's fault, is UPS route, because PlayStation delivers everything or ships everything overnight through UPS. The route that UPS takes for my neighborhood is one of the last ones of the day. So whenever a game comes out that I really want to play from PlayStation Direct, kind of sucks, because I know that it's not going to be here early in the morning. It's going to come late in the day. So generally, I go to work, I come back home, and the game is either about to be here or here shortly after, which doesn't interrupt my Friday routine anyways. But I have been ordering from PlayStation Direct for the last 4 years, and every single item I have ordered from them, whether it's pre-orders, whether it's collector's editions like this, video games like Stellar Blade, or special edition, William, grab me that, or even special edition like controllers, like the Astrobot, or like plates, like what go on the PS5, all have gotten here day one. The next one, Walmart. Walmart is another one that I have confidence in. Prince of Persia, I bought this year. I think it was January when it came out. I pre-ordered this game about a week ahead of time, and it got to me day one. By the time I got home from work, it was already here. So I don't know if Walmart delivered it, because Walmart has a couple delivery methods. Either they ship it and like FedEx will bring it to you, or they'll do like Uber or like DoorDash kind of delivery, or you can go in store to pick up. So I don't know which way they brought it, but what I recommend with Walmart is, if you're going to pre-order a game, which I don't recommend, right? I pre-order from PlayStation because, well, as we all know, PlayStation has the best quality games. It's very, actually, I can't think of a game this generation that PlayStation released that was buggy or wasn't working correctly. I can't think of one. So I have ultimate confidence. Everything else is kind of like preference, meaning what's my excitement level. And then I'll explain a little bit more about that. But Prince of Persia, I was super excited for this game. Super excited. And I mean, I wanted to play this game as soon as I could. And I knew that this, even though it's published by Ubisoft, it's not like an Assassin's Creed, right? Where it's very famous, very well known, and usually there's copies everywhere. Prince of Persia, I was a little concerned about that, so I pre-ordered about 2 weeks out. Or no, it was a week out. Yes, it was a week out because I waited to heard some more information in regards to news and stuff or reviews. Now, I didn't get any reviews, but what I did get was gameplay shown by Ubisoft. They had a Ubisoft Direct or something like that where they showed the game, and I was really impressed with what they were showing. So that was that's what made up my mind on that. The next one is Target. Target is a place I do not recommend you do day one. I just don't. I recommend it to go there on day one to see if they have it available, but pre-ordering day one from Target, I do not recommend. For this game, I didn't get it for I think it was the next day or the day after that. I think what Target does is they ship it on release. So they release the game, then they ship it out. I don't like that. If I'm going to pre-order something, it means that I'm excited for it, which I was super excited for Assassin's Creed Mirage, especially at the price point of $50 when the game came out. I mean, I was geeked. And yeah, it took a while. It took a day or two longer than I wanted it to, but hey, it came in. But I do not recommend pre-orders for Target. The next one is Amazon. Now with Amazon, I got two examples. I got an indie game, which is Cat Quest, and then I have Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Now, the reason I picked these two from Amazon is because an indie game, I got the 18th of August. This game came out the 13th. And the reason I know the exact date is because I checked my receipts from Amazon. I checked my purchase history. Fires of Rubicon, that came day one. So you have to be careful what you're going to pre-order from Amazon. If it's a big name title, like a big AAA game, I would feel more confident in you getting it day one. versus an indie game like this where you may not get it day one, it may be later. And these are just the two main examples that I can think of to show you. GameStop. So GameStop, this game I did not pre-order. But actually, before we go into GameStop, let's talk Best Buy real quick. So Best Buy. So this is another game. It's published by Focus. And the reason I'm talking about publishers, guys, and not developers is because publishers are the guys that ship the games, right? So depending on the publisher, you can also kind of guesstimate how big of a release the game's going to be or how little. Now, this is made by a AA company, Banishers, Don't Nod. But the publisher, Focus, is, I would say, upper AA, meaning they're not quite AAA, but they're also not the little fish in the pond. And this game was Best Buy. I also pre-ordered this. Now, for Best Buy, I always pre-order to pick up in store. I never pre-order for delivery because Best Buy, you can get it day one or it may come the next day. I'm like 95% guarantee you that you'll get it within the day one or the second day. There's still some instances where it may be pushed further out, but in-store pickup for me has been 100% hit. If it's not a PlayStation first party game, I am pre-ordering from Best Buy. That's if I'm pre-ordering. Now, mind you, these games here, this is like spanning a couple years. But Banishers, Space Marine. Now, the coolest thing with Space Marine is that this is the Gold Edition, right? The Gold Edition allow you to play the game 4 days early. So, with you getting early release, I was still able to pick this game up day one while the regular major release was on Monday. So that's another thing to look out for. If you're buying a Gold Edition or Deluxe Edition and you get some sort of early access to the game, Best Buy is a great one that gives you that early access. So I highly recommend Best Buy, once again, if you're pre-ordering a game. Now, before I get into GameStop, I generally do not pre-order games. What I normally do is I go get it day one. If I'm going to play it day one, like Funko Fusion. But the reason that I pre-order these games, and basically, just to show you, these are basically all my pre-orders of the year. This one, Banishers, and Space Marine. Those have been my only pre-orders. Oh, and Stellar Blade. Those have been my only pre-orders of the year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games total. That's it. Everything else has been bought day one or week one or something like that, or later on. And the reason is Unique from Ubisoft. It looked very cool to me. Assassin's Creed Mirage gave us the promise that it was going to be like the old Assassin's Creed again. Cat Quest 3, that is just an indie title, very limited copies physically, and I'm interested. I played 1 and 2 and I like them. Banishers, I thought it looked so freaking awesome and I wanted it day one and I'm glad I got it. Space Marine 2, another one. Super hype game. Now, going on to GameStop. GameStop is the most complicated one out of them all. Because, I'm going to give you an example. The very first GameStop that I called told me that they did not receive any copies in, nor for people that pre-ordered. And that instead, the release date for physical got pushed to the 18th of this month, which is 5 days from today. And that's if it comes in on time. The second GameStop told me they weren't allotted any copies, but they weren't allotted any copies except for the people that pre-ordered, which she said were 2 people, and the games were not there yet still. The third one told me that, where I got this from, the pre-orders came in on time and they got 3 extra copies. They're down to 1. Before I finish my conclusion on GameStop, let me break down the rest. Sifu. Sifu came out, I think it was 2022 of last. Let me see if there's a date in here somewhere. Yes, 2022. Sifu came out, I think it was like January or February of 2022. And then the physical version wasn't going to come out for like a month or two after, which really pissed me off because I really wanted to play this game. But I'm a physical gamer, and if I'm going to buy one of the new games, I'm going to buy it physically. So I waited, and I went to Best or GameStop. I put my money, I reserved the game, and I counted down the days, the weeks. Finally, the day came. I waited till opening time. On my lunch break, I took an early lunch break. Went to Best or GameStop. Game wasn't there. Like, sorry, man, game isn't here. Our FedEx didn't show up yesterday. It might get in today. Okay, fine. I go back to work. My FedEx driver at work does the whole kind of neighborhood where I'm at, which is full of businesses. And I ask him, hey, bro, because I'm cool with him like that. I see him every single day. He comes for pickups. He picks up packages that I'm shipping to customers, and he drops stuff off. Hey, bro, when do you normally hit GameStop on your route? They're like, I hit GameStop after I hit Target, which I hit Target after I hit your location. I bet. So that means you'll get there in how long roughly? In about 30 minutes. All right, cool. I still got about an hour and a half left to work. So I go on about my day. So as soon as my day ends, I rush over. It's not there. Long story short, this game didn't get to GameStop until a week later. I was so pissed off, but there was nothing I can do because Target didn't have any, Best Buy didn't have any, Walmart didn't have any, nobody had any. Unless you pre-ordered the game, you weren't going to get this. This game did not become readily available until later on, which it still kind of reflects today. Today, if it's an indie game, it is kind of unlikely. Like, for example, Cat Quest, it is kind of unlikely that you're going to receive this game day one. So, be very careful when you're ordering games. And the other example that I have is Final Fantasy 16. Now, this is a huge title, right? Final Fantasy 16. I pre-ordered this game, I think, I don't know, maybe like a few weeks or a month after pre-orders opened up. I went into my GameStop, my local GameStop. I put my money on Final Fantasy. I upgraded, and I'll see you guys on release day. Being a lifelong GameStop customer, I know that with big releases like this, they usually do midnight releases. Or, ever since COVID, they do releases at 9 p.m. the day before. Generally, when they close the business down. So I call them like, hey, are you guys doing an early release? Nope, we're not doing it. Okay, well that sucks. But keep calling because we may change our mind. I'm like, okay, well I ordered Sonic Superstars for the Nintendo Switch for my son, and they had a fucking 9 o'clock release the night before for that game. So I'm like, how can Final Fantasy 16 not have a 9 o'clock release? But anyways, long story short, it didn't. I had to go there the exact day, the following day, when they opened the doors. And mind you, after COVID, GameStop no longer opens their doors like at 9 or 10 in the morning. Now their hours are generally like 12 to 8 o'clock, Monday through Thursday or Friday. And Saturday, they'll do like 10 a.m. to 7 or 8 p.m. And then Sunday, they'll do like noon to 6. So the being extended for long hours is no longer there. So you have a very small window of opportunity to hit GameStop in comparison to what it used to be before. But either way, I don't recommend you pre-order games. But if you do, keep an eye out of where you're going to pre-order them. If you're going to pre-order an indie game, physical, which the ones that I'm interested, I always do because those are generally limited. The ones that I do have some interest in, I don't pre-order. I wait till they go on sale, meaning that if they don't go on sale or I lose out, I'm not going to be too pissed off about it. And then the other games that I always pre-order is the PlayStation first-party games like Spider-Man 2 because those games always come out in great condition. So there you go, guys. We have Sony Direct, we have Walmart, we have Target, we have Amazon, we have GameStop, we have Best Buy. And last but not least is your local game store, video game store. Now, some places have local video game stores where they get new games. I don't have any of those in my area. I do have local video game stores, but every single one of them deals with retro games. So none of them get new titles. Everything is old and everything is that they got trade in or whatever. So I don't have that option. But if I did, I'd much rather go there because all the benefits, supporting a local business. You get to know the owner one-on-one, kind of. Not like your best buddies, but small business owners tend to know their regular customers and whatnot. And you can get even more information from them, like, hey, are you guys getting this game? How many copies are you getting? How are sales looking? Are you selling out of this game? And then you have more information to make a decision on when you should buy the game. Because some games, they sell out quick and you're like, oh shit. But remember, I only recommend the special edition controllers, maybe collector's edition stuff that you do get day one, or PlayStation first parties. As soon as Sony messes up and one of their games comes out with bugs or whatever, or performance issues, then obviously I'm gonna double think it before, or I'm gonna think twice before I place a pre-order through them. But either way, so you have GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon, Target, Walmart, and an example of a little game and a big game that has released in one of these stores that has been pre-ordered. Hopefully this video helps somebody out there on where to pre-order, when to pre-order. The only topic I didn't discuss is GameStop and pre-ordering online for them to ship it to you, because from my friends that have pre-order games have told me that the game sometimes comes in day one, sometimes it doesn't, and it's a big mess and it's not consistent, so I never do. I think the last time I pre-ordered a game was through online, was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and that took, like 3 or 4 days to get to me, so I didn't like that, and that turned me off right away. Besides that, you guys have all the information here. Let me know, where do you pre-order your games? How do you pre-order them? Do you pre-order all your games? Some of them? How do you do it? I hope this video was able to help somebody out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the video out. Let me know what you think. Was this a good video, a bad video? Whatever. Any ideas, thoughts, recommendations. Otherwise, keep it gaming.